Is Brandy, and I'm a public school educator. I work in public education. I'm from the greater Nashville area. I would definitely call this area home. Have lived in the Middle Tennessee area with my husband for the last 15 years. The current time of life that I'm in is not been my first kind of go around with counseling. My husband and I participated in like pre-marriage counseling, and we had a really good experience. Being married is hard work. And so we sought support in the early parts of our marriage, again, since we had a good experience, which was beneficial for both of us. And then I personally have dealt with a lot of just high stress at work. And then I also experienced some changes in my personal life. And I was having some trouble identifying my emotions, regulating my emotions, and really setting healthy boundaries for myself. And I really wasn't sure where to start, but I had two prior positive experiences with counseling. And I thought, that is at least a starting place. And so that led me to kind of reach back out. My counselor has done a great job of meeting me where I am. I've needed different things at different times. So sometimes I need someone to listen and validate my feelings, or help me process an emotion, or help me understand why I might be feeling a certain way. And sometimes I need a tool or a strategy to move forward with something in my life. As an example, I was really having trouble with getting started with a long-term project that had been a goal for me. We talked about just the performance anxiety that comes with some of that. And so I was struggling and I didn't know where to start. And we talked about how getting started is the hardest part. And normally once you're started, it's easier to keep going. And so talked through some strategies, things that I could start easily, like just maybe organizing a space. And then once I got started, it was easy to keep going. It's not always this big, heavy, burdensome thing that I bring to the table. She meets me where I am. And so sometimes it's lighter than that. I feel like she really sees me as a person. She really understands me. I definitely feel like when those unexpected life things happen to me, I feel more in control, to the extent that I am in control. I feel confident in my decision making. I feel like I understand where my decision making kind of comes from and what drives those decisions. And so I make decisions, the best decision I can make in the moment, based on what's important to me. Sometimes knowing what to do next in a situation can be difficult, because as a person, you haven't really articulated what it is that's important to you and where to make that decision from. If I'm making decisions that are aligned with who I am as a person and what I believe, that is going to give me the greatest amount of peace. Kind of talking through some of those things has been very helpful for me. I definitely, when I started seeing my counselor, one of my goals was to not feel like I was on this emotional roller coaster. And while those things happen and I have those feelings still, I'm better able to say what I need when I need something, advocate for myself, and take care of myself. So I started meeting in person, and then we moved to telehealth. Telehealth, I find to be super convenient, especially with my work schedule sometimes being inconsistent. I can hop on wherever I have internet access, which is really helpful. I think if people are in that position and can try telehealth, it does make it super accessible. Anywhere with an internet access point, you can get on and talk, and I have found it to be just as beneficial. A lot of times, we think that it's not a good time, or it's not that serious, or not right now. And I really think that those are things that keep people from moving forward in getting help. And so there's no right way to show up or come. There's no competition of problems. It's not that your problem's not big enough or something like that. Sometimes the sessions are really lighthearted and it's minor stuff. And sometimes, it's heavier and more serious. There's no right or wrong way. If you are feeling like you need someone to talk to, that's what it is about. If you need someone to see you and accept you for who you are, the way you show up, without any judgment, then it's for you. That is what this has given me, the ability to advocate for myself and say what I need and set healthy boundaries and just be a better version of me. And there are life experiences that everybody has and goes through that you can't anticipate or predict. And there's no right or wrong thing to seek counseling for. if it's for me, it's for everybody. So